So welcome to this section where we're going to be creating a CRUD API. We're going to be creating a new controller and that's going to be managing products. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new object here in the resource package, and it's going to be named product. So let's imagine that we have a web shop that has products and we want to manage those products. So we want to get products, delete products, update products, add products, and similar stuff. So for the demonstration purposes, I'm going to be using only one object here, and that's going to be the same object product for the request and for the response. This object is going to have two fields, so it's going to have actually three fields. We're going to have an ID, we're going to have a name, that's going to be of type string, and we're going to have another field that's going to be the description of the product. So that's going to be enough. We're going to generate all these standard things. So we're going to generate the constructors. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add the all args constructor. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the no args constructor, and I'm going to go ahead and add the getters and setters for our fields, for all of our fields. Okay, so we have our request and response object. Now I'm going to go to the web package and I'm going to create another controller, and in this time I'm going to name it a product controller. This is going to be again a REST controller, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a request mapping, and this time the request mapping is going to be API/products. So this is where we're going to map this controller on API/products. Now, what I'm going to do, we're not going to be connecting to a DB for this specific video. We will do that later, but for now, we're not going to be connecting to a DB. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a static list right here as a field, and that's where we're going to keep the products. So I'm going to have a private static list of product. That's going to be a product list, and that's going to be a new array list. So just statically keep it here. Let me import the class, and we can, I guess also, let's see the suggestion, but yeah, we can make this final. Now let's add a mapping that returns all of the products back to us. So it's going to be a get mapping, and it's going to be a public, it's going to be a response entity. So I'm just going to say it's going to be a response entity of a list of products. So it's going to be a list of products, and I'm going to name it get all products. Okay, get all products. So let's do the return, and let's just return a response entity. Okay, so status 200, and we're returning the product list. I'm going to restart the application. So what do we have? We have a new controller that has a product list that's currently empty, just initialized, and we have a get mapping that's mapped to this route right here, and that returns the whole list of products. So what shall we expect? We shall expect if I go to Postman, and if I hit this route, and I'm just going to click that right now, and as you can see, we're getting exactly that. So we're getting an empty array right here. Now let's create a mapping that's going to allow us to create a product, but I'm going to do that in the next video. That's going to be it for this video. In the next one, we're going to add another mapping that's going to allow us to create a product.